I'm chilling, man. Just
Yep,
mellow
yep.
as fuck.
Done good.
Just a migrating D420 crowd.
Done good.
Just a migrating
Yeah.
D420 crowd. All right, so all streamers, just let me know when you're up and live, and we'll dive right in. So tons of stuff to cover
all
today.
streamers,
So
just let me
we'll
know when you're up and live.
Kind of
We'll
keep it
dive
on
right
pace.
in.
Tons of stuff to cover
Yeah, I
today.
appreciate you
so
putting these together, by the way.
Keep it on pace. There's a lot today. This one felt like work.
That's what I'm saying, man. I appreciate that.
We're hitting our stride, though. We're starting to do bigger things.
Recognition's there.
Mm-hmm.
What up, what up? COXC5, Roxiano.
Oh shit, Z's got the gotcha
Banner.
up.
Ah, damn. That looks sick, bro.
Yeah.
I also snuck the raffles out.
Oh man, that is nice.
You got quite a
Oh, I
collection.
see them. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I was thinking actually today, Z, you might be the most substantial physical Aavegotchi art holder.
Really?
I've not seen another wall quite like this. I'd like to put a challenge out because I think you probably had the most distributed physical collection.
Who does your
Big
prints,
fan.
man? Do you
I've
get
been
someone
using I've been using canvasprints.com.
Oh. And so you just send them the PNG and they send you a print?
Yeah, you pick your size. They had a good deal. Most of the 8x8s they are having a deal for free.
Oh shit.
$5.50 shipping.
Oh my god, that's
Couldn't pass
pretty
that up.
cool. Get some art on the wall.
Right.
I got a couple 101s from Roxiano.
Yeah, we got
Those are
some
good.
sniping some stuff here. I just like tonight realized the benefit of the in voice channel text chat is to be able to have all the streams up visibly as well as the text chat. You don't have to bounce. This makes sense now. So I would recommend then that we use the text chat for Sounds of the Ghost then for any kind of text follow-alongs.
I will say though, from my perspective, it takes a little bit more real estate of the screen. It might be okay for our meetings, but for like Gotchiverse, the gameplay
Yeah.
and stuff, it's not the most ideal.
Alrighty, guys. Y'all just let me know when we're live and we'll dive
Oh yeah,
in.
we're live.
Good
I'm
job.
live.
Okay. Are we okay? No future? You still working
Yeah,
out details?
we're streaming to. We are streaming to GMI right now, to the Twitch and the Twitter.
Well, let's rock and roll, boys and girls. This is August 19th, GMI Weekly Syncopator call. Biggest news this upcoming week is going to be the Artist Summit, right? We got that coming August 27th. That's going to be 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, directly following the Saturday Hangout. That's going to be next week. So that being said, this is our last week for prep work. So we're in sprint mode, guys. Heads down. So for my laborers and my contributors in here, this is the week to focus. Give us something here. Do some work because we got a lot to get done. First piece of business there is that we need an attendance badge designed. Most likely Contact will come through for us because he likes this stuff and he's great at it. So we'll give him a crack at that and he'll likely deliver. The big one for me, going through all the details and whatnot, have we had any confirmations from the artists? I see no updates in the artist directory at all. And so looking at Summit staff here, what do we know?
Yeah, let's do a little update in here. So we got Zbot coming for sure. We got Master Yang also is going to be there. He's down to do like an actual speech. I don't know how comfortable Zbot's going to be with doing like an actual speech, but I definitely want him to be part of the conversation. And if he feels up to it to do like be part of a panel or something like that, we could definitely have him, in there, or to whatever degree he's like comfortable speaking.
Okay. What else we got? Man, are you going to be there? I bet Manner's going to be there.
Then we got Roxiana, who's already said she's going to be there.
Roxiana, is she going to be async though, isn't she?
No, you updated me, right, Roxiano? You'll actually be able to make it?
Oh, badass.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
nice.
My schedule cleared, so I'm good.
Okay, perfect. We're in good shape there. What else do we know?
We got FaZe. He's doing a 15-minute set. He's going to put that together.
Okay.
Who else? DJ Super Paul. I've already reached out to him. He's down. I haven't got specifics yet, but he's down for that.
And then D420, No Future's gonna be there. We'll be
No
right
Future.
there.
You already said we
I
talked
might
about it
be
on
there.
D420.
I don't know. Thinking about it. No.
Are you gonna drop some? Are you gonna drop some
Yeah,
tunes?
good.
Are you gonna do something?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Well, I know you are because we talked about it. But
Yeah.
Zombie, are you gonna do? Are
Yeah,
you,
I'll drop some music. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I'll drop something.
I want you to fucking tease that cosmic spaghetti, man.
Ooh,
I have another-
You're getting.
spaghetti.
Yeah, I have
ahead.
some more postcards, and I have another trailer, but then I am going to drop that new film. I might even save it and drop that film on the day of the summit. Maybe that's a...
I think it's a good idea, man. You're
might
getting a
do
lot of
that.
traction on that over on Lens 2. You get up to 6 or 7 collects on that now. That's
Yeah.
pretty substantial.
Yep, it's
Anyone
going
else?
well.
What else we got on here?
I've reached out to some Pepe artists. I've reached out to some artists in general, probably about half a dozen of them. They've all expressed interest, and I think we talked about Chippy, but they've all expressed interest in doing work, Aavegotchi art, in the future, but not necessarily for the summit. So just we put the word out there.
And so for now, it's specifically just talking about this list. Anything
Yeah.
else here? 8-bit artist stable. Can we essentially roll Yang as the representative for that speaking group?
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you know if he's going to be a good prospect for possibly keynoting?
I've asked him if he's going to do a speech, but I haven't specifically said keynote, only because I'm waiting to hear back from Jesse, because Jesse might have some alpha to drop for the summit, and so I want to make sure I have that spot for him if he's interested in that.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm happy enough with that right now.
Oh,
I bet-
Nine Kong, that's one that I forgot. Actually, I'm going to write that on my list because I was going to reach out to him. I forgot to write that down, so
Okay, no worries there.
we'll tag that one.
And so, it's not a rush today kind of a thing. We've got this week to make contact, but by all means, if anybody wants to help, here's the contacts to be made. And a lot of these individuals are probably going to be a no big deal. Oh, yeah, heck yeah, I'll be there, of course. But,
Well, I can tell you which ones I've contacted.
it.
Riza, I've contacted Riza. He said he's interested in the art aspect, but not necessarily the summit. Chippy, we talked about him. That's going to be an ongoing thing. And
Ben
then
Lagan's definitely
You talking
gonna
about
be there,
Perchy?
right? Yeah, Perchy.
yeah, Perchy. Well, I reached out to Perchy, who's apparently the alt account.
He's the
Well,
guy, yeah.
Perchy
Chippy's
is the
project.
artist, and Chippy is the project.
Ah, man, I always get mixed up. Always.
Lagan's going to be there for sure, right?
Yep. Yeah, he's going to be there.
Well, it'd be weird hours for him, but he's in most hangouts, so we'll be good there.
Rigo, what's up with Rigo? I haven't
I'm
talked to him.
sure. I mean, he sometimes has things going on.
I'll
I
talk
haven't
to him.
officially had sanction from it yet, so let's leave it open to make contact and figure that out too. Dun, dun, dun.
I'll send him a message right now.
Bingo. Cool. Let's make sure someone grabs contact and lets him know that we're kind of putting him on the hook for these badges too. He does great work, but let's at least let him know that we need him.
Well, yeah. He said, I think he did express his interest last time when we talked to him. So.
Did you have any success with like the established Pepe artists or the Tezo artists, or is that kind of still
I
in progress?
honestly haven't reached out, so I was
been a
gonna
busy
do
week.
that. Yeah, I haven't reached out, but I definitely have a couple on my list that I want to message and let them know at least we're here and we're gonna be working on this.
Cool. So decent updates there. So let's just work that art directory this week and make sure we at least make contacts. If it's no's, that's fine, but I don't want unknowns. I don't want us to have just not made the effort because a lot of these people may say yes and be there.
Yeah.
Okay, FA, you're still on the hook for the Pepe community here. This is the Vision background projects. Get them into Supercut. So this is talking about like the end set. And so getting all the audio stacked, getting some visual works put into a show reel, getting those dropped in the chat. Anthony, this is most likely going to be your execution right here on this. So I'm going to kind of just leave that in your hands there.
Well, I'm
have-
gonna
go
gather.
ahead.
I'm gonna gather those audio files, hopefully
Perfect.
for Anthony, and then I'll send them to you, and then you organize them
Yeah.
in the way you best see fit.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll do
Yeah,
like a
there's-
VLC playlist, and we'll send that out through the stream. And so we'll have to do that as a separate section just so that we can switch
Yep.
over kind of thing.
That's right.
And there's no wrong answers. We just want to make sure it's produced.
Yep.
Boom, boom, boom. And so same thing too, while we're making contact with these artists, if they say yes, make sure you follow right up with, hey, do you have some stuff you want to showcase? We need some assets. Help us out. Start now. We don't want to be doing this stuff Thursday, Friday nights.
Yeah, I got Yang. Well, I got Yang. He has a bunch of 101 Aavegotchi stuff that you guys have probably never seen. So I'm hoping he's able to show some of that off.
Cool. Keynote. either Yang or Jesse, one of the two, and we can kind of hybridize it too if they're both yeses, so we can just give them both decent stage spots, and I'm sure it'll fit. I don't expect to this one here, right? I don't expect that this is going to be another quite guild depth and density, just with the lack of population on
I'm
the
thinking
stage.
3 to 4 hours max.
Yeah, so we can be flexible with maybe dual keynotes or whoever the case may be. So that's that in terms of that part of it. Let's see. Funding and revenue. Something that hit me today is there's probably a good Let's do these one first. DTF proposal, maybe 1,000 ghosts is going to be the ask. That's matched the guild summit. I can't think of a compelling reason why we need more, and so we'll probably write that and get it submitted by Monday. Will be the goal for that, so that way they have a week lead time. Obviously, they helped us out on the back end on the guild summit, and it was all done after the fact. But
touching on that, Jesse's going to talk to the rest of the PC team and see what else they can do for the summit specifically. Regarding Alchemica drops, being featured in the UI.
I was even thinking, GMI can open it up by at the last 10 minutes of the hangout. Let's all meet at GMI and drop, let's channel our altars and drop some spillover to get it kicked off.
That would be cool.
Bless, please. No Future did a good job reminding Hefe to not channel his Aavegotchis tonight and save them. So make sure that next weekend we're also being prudent about that and don't blow our channels.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the easy part of it. This is just a thought I had earlier today. So we want a way for people to probably buy art at this summit. If they see something that they like that an artist is willing to peddle, then we should probably make some kind of purchase route available at the summit. I'm almost thinking that the easiest way to do this is to get with the artists, figure out who has what that they'd like to put on offer, and then we can create a whole bunch of panel tickets, a lot like we did for Roxiano's auction, and it becomes like a silent auction throughout the summit. So when the summit opens, that's when you can start placing ticket bids on these things, and when the summit closes, high bid wins.
Oh, that'd be cool. I've already kind of put it out to Ben Leg, and if he wants to market any of his exclusive work, you can definitely do that at the auction. Or
same like with Yang, if he wants to grab one of those one-of-ones and be real generous or something and put it up, we could do stuff like that. Artists can set their floors, so if the floor isn't met, and it can be like an eBay type thing, it can be a secret reserve. So if a floor is not met, then it just doesn't sell, and that can be the case, and that's fine. I think that this is going to be probably the easiest way to offer a whole bunch of different pieces with separate pricing without having to do like mintings or any kind of marketplace management with OpenSea or anything like that.
Is this open to photographers? Because I don't know. I mean, other than me, I know Crypto Rich is a photographer and Gachi Yang. I don't know if there are other ones.
Yeah, man, if you call it art, bring it. I'm open-ended. People show up with a poetry book. They show up with etch-a-sketches. I don't care. If it impresses anybody there, then I think it's fair.
Cool. It's kind of like I go to these restaurants sometimes. They have art on the wall, and there's always a price tag. It's always there if you want it.
And so there's some thoughts that we could do with that silent auction idea, right? So we need assets for sale list from those artists, right? So we can create these ticket panels because we can't be doing this day of. So we need to get these sooner than later. We can reach out to these guys. So when we're talking to these guys about getting involved with the summit, same idea. You got any assets you want to showcase and or put up for specific sale, and then what piece is it and what's your floor price on it? It's a lot of questions there, but that's what we need, and then we can prep up a silent auction. Should be good. These two are just thoughts. Again, like I said, all of this is just last minute stuff I'm kind of coming up with here. Any art purchased through the summit, it'd be really cool if we had a secondary attendance badge, another PO-op designed by maybe Contact, most likely, but maybe somebody else. And
wait,
that would
is this a different badge than the one you mentioned previously?
Exactly. So in my mind, we're going to have an attendance badge, and then we'll also have a supporters badge. And so if you actually buy a piece of work at the Artist Summit, then you're going to end up with a separate, different badge than just the attendance badge.
Cool.
Yeah. Maybe 10% revenue of the silent auction for GMI. I don't know if that makes sense at all. We'll talk to the artists and see what makes sense. Some artists may be more generous than others and willing to share more than that. But it would be nice for us to have some kind of revenue stream from creating this market. We already talked about DTF proposal. That's funding and revenue. This is the kind of background stuff I've been working on. It's a long block, I know. We won't dig through all of this stuff. Where are we at on time? We're actually kicking ass, so we're fine.
We're kicking ass, bro. You're doing good.
Yeah. So this right here, you guys have probably seen this floating around. Did you guys see the This Song's Illegal with Tornado Cash guy? Song Day guy?
Everyone screenshot that and rebuild the contract.
Yeah, exactly. So if you haven't seen this, and just... Oh, it's going to my headphones anyway, so no big deal. But there it is. Check that out. It's one of the most creative pieces I've seen, hands down. It's very interesting. It closed at 2.42069 ETH. A lot of culture in this piece. He's been making a song a day for the last 14 years, and so his consistency is top notch. Lots of little things to talk about with that expansion specifically, but in general to this, is I've reached out to him specifically about our artist summit, and he's interested. We're going back and forth. There's a negotiation happening right now. There might be an opportunity for a guest appearance. There might be an opportunity for a product collaboration. So working on that one, we'll see. As a sidebar, totally unrelated, but similar for us to be able to maybe capitalize on socially, his 5,000th track is coming up. This one, what was that? That was 4977. And so he's coming up in like 21 days on 5K. And so he's doing like a supercut mashup that anybody can record a snippet of and submit to him on Dropbox, and he's going to supercut the whole thing. So there's an individual for all of y'all as individuals. If you wanted to potentially contribute to his project and try to get, memorialized in this historic creation, that's cool. There's also an opportunity for us to maybe snap some gotchi stuff, maybe some artist summit footage, maybe, well, that's going to be too late. No, there's no timeline on submissions. He's going to start working on it this weekend, but he'll be working on it all the way up to release day, about 20 days out. So we could probably grab some artist summit stuff and send it over, and he might be cheeky and include us. So he's a discussion that's happening. This is Dby Club. Pull them up real quick.
Dby Club.
Yeah, Dby Club is a decentralized production house, so they're very similar.
Oh, is this Sam?
Oh
Is this
god,
Sam?
this isn't Sam. This is gonna fuck with me. Is what this is gonna do. Dby Club. There we go. Really small, really small. Very small followers. They've been around since October 21. It feels like they're trying to do what GMI is doing, but without the benefit of being attached to the Aavegotchi ecosystem. So they're this idea of like content creators, producers, artists trying to figure out how to use Web3 to source talent and whatnot, but they just don't have the talent target of Aavegotchi. And so there's been some synergy going back and forth. They really like what GMI is doing. I think that we might be kind of the model of what they're trying to grow into. So they're starting to pay attention to us. They're figuring out how they can kind of follow in our footsteps or support us or collab or something like that. They're probably going to be at the summit in solidarity just to see. Same thing with Perchy. If we're lucky, he's available and he'll come and hang out with us. But if he's not, more importantly, he's a Gotchi Gang fan. I don't know if he's got a Gotchi yet. Do you know, Anthony?
Did you guys find the Gotchi he literally is putting one of his artwork?
I did.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that should say everything right there.
I've been wanting to get a chippy, and I've just been trying to figure out what I want. And I was thinking about like having my Rigo Gotchi kind of built into a chippy. It would be really cool.
Oh, into the eyes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's got the zombie mouth, so like that's kind of why I picked out the Rigo that I got, was because it has those zombie teeth.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, and for those that don't know, Chippy Collection's doing really strong. They're very limited run asset offers, and so the Chippy collection floor is 0.25, but you can commission a custom Chippy through him right now for 0.07. And so there's, I think, some good potential. I was lucky enough to finally commission and snag one. I'm very happy with it and don't expect to let it go anytime soon. He's growing up. He's doing all the artwork for Bankless DAO, essentially. His reach is growing. He's doing GM Bus now, and he's doing a lot of other things. Zombie can tell you all about it. He's a star over there. He's a celebrity in Bankless DAO.
Yeah, I have a Chippy t-shirt. You probably see it in some of my streams.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, he's going to be a huge deal, just amplified through the Bankless DAO ecosystem. And so getting his eyes at all over here in Aavegotchi type assets is going to be really cool. Raw Social is another really interesting thing. I don't know how to, maybe that, is that it? Is that how I do that? There you go. They do it's something I've been involved with for a little while. They do a like to earn is the platform that they claim that they're producing and creating. So it's all about like NFT curation and how you can earn for that. And so it's kind of like a favor where if a post goes up and you stake tokens on it, then if it goes viral, then you actually get a return curve because you staked early and first, and then it went so hot. And so you'll get recognized in tokens for having good taste, quite honestly. And so they're really pioneering on this like to earn platform. And I got some friends over there. And so I'm kind of Gotchi pilling them slowly, and hopefully they'll come to the summit and hang out. Because we're what they need. We are enthusiastic users, and so they've got a good idea.
I actually have one of their NFTs.
Which one do you have?
I have. You can look at my stream. I have the Summer of
GM
Ra.
fan? Oh, right on. So did you get like a fan, or did you use them prior?
It's a fan.
Yeah, you got the.
I actually got it from. I got it from Zach in the Polygoons.
Oh, right on. Yeah, he is definitely one of the top contributors over there and has been with them since my days. And so they're cool. I like them a lot. They're doing interesting things. What I see for them as potential is what they need is artists and users. And so they have a platform, and their idea is that somebody like say Bin Laden could create a really dope or dank emoji. And then that emoji is like a consumable product that's used in the Web3 social media world. So instead of, they want to replace all the standard generic emojis that are currently used on Twitter and Discord with custom created emojis by people who actually earn some type of revenue from the utilization of those emojis. So it's intriguing. It's not anything that we need to do right now, but it's something that's intriguing.
We kind of already do that, in my opinion, but we don't
Mhm.
monetize it. It's just through Discord, given
Exactly.
away for free.
Exactly correct. And so they're probably building the monetization platform that would serve creative communities like our own. So we'll see. And if I'm lucky, they'll pop into the summit and also just kind of watch and see what we're up to.
Cool.
Hopefully not 6 hours, and damn, not 12. So like you're saying, probably about 3 or 4. So we'll probably be all right there. Cool. That's summit discussion. Any things on the summit? Any notes on the summit? Anything anyone has on summit stuff?
I think it's gonna be a great first summit, just like the guild summit. It'll be nice to layer these in between. You know.
Well, you're squeezing out 2 summits here just still in Q2. And so, as we go into Q3, it'll be a whole different discussion. So, well done, guys. Good ideas, good concepts, good execution. Just good job, team. Y'all are doing great with these ideas and bringing them to life. A to Z. A to Z is next week's special episode. I just wanted to make sure everyone's aware that we'll have Sam. This is the Sam talk here. I think he was right here. So Sam Padilla is first of all, pro style. He builds blockchain infrastructure at Google Cloud. So that's cool. But he's also the founder of the ATX DAO. So this is Austin, Texas.
I was watching a video of them in court today. It was kind of cool.
Absolutely. Here he is right here. And so this is Sam Padilla standing in front of the Texas legislator explaining to them what the hell DAOs are and why this is the future and how they need to regulate it and legalize what it all means. And so he, in his social media feeds and whatnot, he's saying it went really well. So at least he didn't get gutted and it didn't sound negative. It sounds like there was some positive communications that went on there, and we have him secured to come and join with ZFi and Zombie this Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. Central Time. So it's not the typical A to Z slot time. We moved it up just a little bit here to accommodate Sam, but he has been he's been kind enough to come and join us, and so he'll be giving us the scoop on the cutting edge of legal DAO structure. So
that is very cool.
It's super cool. There's not a lot of people that are going to be getting this info, and we're humbled. There you are. You're on camera. Complete shout out to Humble. Total scout from him. He's in Texas, and so he is aware of what the hell's going on over there, and pointed me this guy's direction, and I just wouldn't let go. And so he's going to be on the show Tuesday, and that's going to be really legitimate for GMI.
Very cool.
That's
thanks for hooking that up, guys.
For sure. So the thing I want from Z and from Zombie here is some thoughtful discourse. What do you guys want to hit? Don't waste a man's time. It's kind of my soft pressure on it. It's going to be fine anyway, but by all means, let's make sure we make use of his time and ask some cool questions, because this content will evergreen really well.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, for sure, anybody here, DM us if you have things that you want to hear on the show. For sure, get us,
Probably something to bring up during the hangout tomorrow, so that way the greater Gotchi gang, if they have questions or anything related to DAOs, they could it's probably a good time for them to come by.
Yeah,
I dropped some stuff in GMI calls for you guys there. That might be some things in there to touch on that Jesse had brought into our last discussion.
Yeah, good stuff.
We might want to do this one in the amphitheater too, to keep things under control and not.
I think it's a great idea. And it's just more control.
I don't think we need to be sharing screens anyway. So, and if I can always put it in the stream. We just won't see it in the Discord.
Yeah, and I don't think he's got any kind of visual component, and I'll ask him to confirm. But I think the stage would be just fine.
And I mean, I always record these. I don't go live, so I record in case there needs to be edits later. So this won't be live except in the Discord.
That's perfect, actually. Cool. Right on. If it's clean and it's nice, this is definitely getting up on the LensTube account, because I'm going to be happy with this material. Gotchi Farmy, they're kicking ass. Lots of builders all over the space. We had Orium Guild do their space. Was that last night? Man, it's all blurring. Gotchi Farmy's been hard at work. You guys seen J Suite and the dashboard work that they've been doing. I do have one of those Gotchi Farmy NFTs, and so I've been lucky enough to kind of been watching this as it's actually being built. And so it's really cool stuff. I like it a lot, and they're ready now to start demoing it. So they've reached out to us, and they would like to do a sit down next week. It's not going to be an event or a live. It'll be just a one-on-one kind of a thing. We're going to do a demo of the product, and we're going to record it, and then we're going to show reel it, and then we can propagate it. They've given us the first coverage rights, essentially. And so we'll cover everything that Gotchi Farmy's up to and then help spread that word. And I don't know what to expect fully. I've seen a lot of the tooling, but he's been kind of close to the chest with some of his tricks and tools. So that'll be cool. They do have an English-speaking component of their server, and they do a good job of managing it. So by all means, don't be turned off on them because it's like a French guild. They're primarily French, but by all means, they do support English.
Yeah, just he himself speaks he speaks well.
Okay, day in the life videos. This is from Al. Good old Al reached out to us and had just a great, simple, easy target, right? He's like, man, we're just missing just an easy, low-hanging fruit for content, because the content in general that we're all creating is good. The introductory videos, the explanatory videos, he wanted to take it back a little bit, just make it more lighthearted and fun. Just simple coverage video on, hi, I'm a Gotchi. Here I am in the Gotchiverse. Here's what a day looks like for me. Here's my harvesters. Here's my reservoirs. Here's me making money. Here's all the good shit, and I'll see you later. Something like a 60-second animated, cute little short clip. I'm gonna have him as kind of concept lead because this was his idea. Gotchi Bulls was his choice for animator, and Gotchi Bulls has agreed, and so he's looking like he'll help us out with that. And then
Gotchi Bulls has been putting out some fire lately.
He's on a tear, and he thinks he's not good, and so lucky us. He thinks he's just some humble worker, and so I'm happy to have him contributing, and then we'll get music lead by Face as well. And so I think we got some really good talent for this little suite. We just need to support them and facilitate whatever they need from us. And so Day in the Life is the first video concept that Al had, and then after talking with Gotchi Bulls, there was some expansion on some other things that would likely make sense to produce. They're just not related. And so we ended up having like a 3-project video scope. So Day in the Life is just the simple, cute little one. If anyone has seen the video that Gotchi Bulls recently did for Gotchi Mafia, top-notch stuff. Dope. Super hype. And so he's also like, hey, I want to do one of these like for GMI. That'd be really cool. Same vibe, same style, same approach, just for y'all. It's beautiful. So we're likely to move forward with that. If you saw the video from him, he used, I think, Thrax, and he used a couple key community members, actual Gotchis, to animate and whatnot. So we can figure out if we get great responsibility admins, or we can get anybody else, Def GMI, that wants to contribute Gotchi. We'll see how many he can cover. If he can do a wide audience thing where we can get 30 Gotchis in there, then Def GMI, everybody that wants to contribute can get in there, and should be really cool and a really great asset from him to us. So that'd be nice. And then this one I have no clue on. This is just them being ambitious and crazy. Some kind of Gotchi music video. Who the hell knows what that means? Probably using 10% to do it. I don't know about a song. Talking back to the Tornado Cash thing.
Gotchi twerking? The Gotchis have butts. That's important to answer. I don't know.
I don't think they do, right? We talked about this 420, no meat, right?
That's right.
They don't have cheeks either place.
That's right.
Maybe there's a code red a song idea. I thought that this right here was kind of phenomenal and amazing and unique and creative, and I'm wondering if there's any relevance to it that could be interesting where we read some of our Gotchi code, something like that.
No future. It would be cool to see you do a freestyle rap
on code
on one of the Gotchi smart contracts, like the lending contract or some shit. That'd be kind of cool.
So
be interesting.
So there is a new channel in the GMI server for Day in the Life video project, and so that's where all this work's happening. Gotchi Bulls is aware, Face is aware, and Al's aware. So just supporting them and letting them know what they need. I'll keep kind of coaching them through progress, and we'll see what we can do to help them and get to some product. Ooh, GMI smart contract updates. This is kind of just leftover conversation from last week. Nothing crazy, but just keeping it on the board here. So front end royalty updates on the contract one day. I'm not in any rush, not in any concern. One day it'll happen.
The idea that'd be cool that instead of just having a front end, because I think Aavegotchi eventually will take care of that. I think it'd be even cooler to have our own GMI directory, so it'd only read the GMI tagged NFTs.
Right. And so you're talking about that though in the context of like a Aavegotchi type platform.
Yeah, but it would only show like GMI NFTs.
Right,
So
but
you can see
through
it
them, not us building this, right?
That's right.
Yeah, cool. So then maybe not anything that's our labor necessarily making this happen anytime soon.
Not anytime soon. I'm just saying it'd be cool to have a GMI directory one day. You could just see all the. We don't have as many NFTs right now, but when there's hundreds,
yeah, we're
you
growing.
want to know.
Well, and unit-wise is one thing, collection-wise a whole nother. Don't underestimate yourself. Collection count, we're kicking butt, man. There's a lot of NFT artists that are established that don't have the collections that we already do.
Yeah.
Ernani's on the hook. He'll happily help Hefe and support him with any kind of code work. He's got good devs over there at Orium Guild that are probably looking for either practice, apprenticeship opportunities, or a little bounty work. So when those days come, we have friends. That being said, it's probably about time in GMI to source Hefe a designated contract apprentice. I'd like to keep this in the admin group for the time being because this is most likely GMI's most valuable asset. This smart contract that we have for minting these NFTs is the most valuable thing that GMI has access to right now. And so for that reason, we've got to keep it a little close to chest.
Well, I think we should use it for minting mainly GMI NFTs. I think even anything I want to do would probably just
be separate. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Is anything that's inside the GMI umbrella directly, then it's going to be minted through this contract, and that's going to end up on OpenSea specifically. But these are the classics that say GMI presents blank, and so this is kind of
the only thing. Yeah, I mean the main reason in my eyes also is it's upgradable. So like whoever can use it can use it however they want, and I mean it's not an immutable thing. You could you could do a release. Yeah, I mean you could do a release of like 50, and then like a year later make like 1,000 more. Like it's very flexible, but I also think like GMI should own it. We should just like collectively manage it.
And I think for that reason, you were actually talking yesterday about transferring ownership of the 12 collections that have already been deployed. Yeah, the whole smart contract platform would be transferred from you in right now current custody into GMI's custody.
So GMI would own at least the contracts for everything.
Yeah, makes sense.
Just the Gnosis would. So we'd all have to sign off on everything.
Exactly. Yeah, and which is fine and that's that's later down here. We'll make a update about that too specifically. And so boom, there you go. So I'm kind of looking at you, Zfi. You're just tech savvy and you're kind of dug into this stuff and you really dig it. Anthony, you're obviously welcome too. I'd like to, but I don't think I personally have the bandwidth for it. So we're just
I want to get in there for sure. So
okay.
Yeah,
then
maybe
it's you two nuts then, and you guys can be Tweedledee and Tweedledum and pick this shit up, so that way Hefe doesn't have to lose sleep every time we do a project. Okay. Yep. Aavegotchi speculation opportunity here. This is still available. Umami is the guy, and he's been kind to just kind of sit on it and hold it for us. Hefe,
I don't think there's a rush on it either, because I mean, if you see, they don't move very much. They just kind of stay about the same for a while.
God forbid if this market gets a little ugly too, we might get a better price.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
we'll see.
No.
Yeah, it's not going to run away from us. That's the good news. Is he's not. I mean, there's not anyone gonna take it for the price that he's offering it to us for. They can, if they buy it at full price, then so be it. He had to do what he had to do, but we've got the pending deal available. So Hefe, if you wanted to move on that at some point in time with personal liquidity and then just kind of custody it for us at the time, it's fine. But we do indeed have the liquidity available in the treasury that we could grab it now and not touch the parcel stash.
Yeah, I think it's better to just hold off because I think, like you said, there will be opportunities, whether I grab it or we buy it as GMI.
Cool. Okay, that's the discussion topics, and then the rest is just kind of blasting through news and updates. Anybody have anything here that they'd like to kind of discuss related to any of those kinds of topics?
I think it was thorough, man.
Dig it. Right on. Okay. This is new news update stuff here, so GMI Notion updates. Z, this is mostly kind of just you and I in terms of whatever I can do to help you, but you're the wizard here, so we want to update the Artist of the Month to DJ Super Paul. We want to update Guild of the Month to Gotchi Mafia. Gotchi Mafia has provided a great block and assets, so we're good there. Need some stuff from Super Paul.
There we go. Have you reached out
Yeah.
to Super Paul yet?
Not specifically about this, and that's just me
Okay.
being lazy. So we need to, if you would and I would, and one of us will get them. And so we just need to know what his blurb is and what he wants to have highlighted for assets, and we'll get those up.
Exactly.
I'm perfectly comfortable with these still being the official August artists on our Notion, and we'll just slide to a little bit of a time shifted presentation of these. And so end of August we'll declare our August artists, and we'll let that run through September. End of September we'll declare our September artists and let that run through October. And so it shouldn't be an issue. Anybody can be either one of these two. Like no one. We're still small enough that people aren't coming to ask for this spot. No one even knows that this is happening or useful or anything. But I can imagine a future where people would say, "Me, please." And
If you're here and want it, all we need
exactly.
is a blurb. We'll get you in rotation.
Yeah.
Exactly. We've had what? We've had Rigo first, and then Roxiano so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
And no guild spotlights either yet, right?
This is the first one, the Gachi Mafia one.
Cool.
DJ Super Paul, I dropped it in GMI calls there. He's also working on our Toy Gachi NFT with
Hell yeah.
our GMI NFT on it.
Sideways shit you're peddling.
I don't know why I loaded up like that.
I might have some crazy shit going on for October, but I guess I'll get back with you about that.
That'd be dope. Super into it. Yeah, you got some assets, man. You're working that lens angle, and
It's been a
gonna
big
work
year,
out for you.
man. I got a lot brewing.
Nice. Gmi friends, here we're gonna have that. Gotchi's already been transferred. Thank you, Papa Jefe. He's now in charge of 1043.
I've been petting it and I've been channeling it so far, so we can look back and see how much Alchemica I've channeled since I've had it, and I'll just send that over.
Same thing with me. You and I need to swap on 18.810 and 18.888 on the two parcels, and so that way you'll have access to the level 4 farm, the little alpha farm on the M for the GMI Gotchi.
Oh,
That'll
yeah.
be
We'll
best
swap it.
Gotchi with best altar, and so I'll take care of that. And then I've been doing the same thing. I've just been screenshotting daily channelings and harvestings and just putting them in a folder, and I'll just balance it out eventually and make a big fat transfer to GMI. GMI multisig. This is something that we want to clean up. We're like evolving so much here at GMI, and there's some deals in the works, and there's some structure in the works, and those deals and structures are requesting that we have some pretty tight administrative management on some of our controlled assets, such as the minting contract and our Gnosis multisig. And so the Gnosis multisig right now was very organically loosey-goosey, and I just added anybody to it that asked, and there was never any kind of sense of what it might mean in the future, and we're just maturing as an organization, and so we're needing to tighten things up. Right now we're at 4 of 13 signatures needed, requiring a threshold of 30%, which is garbage, and that is not high quality, and so we're going to tighten things up for these potential incoming Pixcraft arrangements. So I would like to recommend that we reduce the multisig right now to the admin team only, which is 6 people. That's myself, that's Jefe, that's Thrax, Abron, Zephi, and Zombie. And so these are our legacy admins in the team right now. And so if we do that to the same 4 signatures, but now 4 against 6, we're requiring a threshold of 66%, and I think we're in really good shape there to make our case. I do want to introduce a open nomination and addition process to the multisig, the same as we have to the Def GMI. Those who've been here for a little while, you guys know that the Aragon is a lost cause, and that it worked for a little while, and then voter apathy took over, and we can no longer count on that for governance action. We've been having really good success using Seshbot in server with limiting the roles and 1 vote per person on an anonymous submissions. Seems to be highly effective in terms of requesting for direction for the community. And so that's been effective enough, and that'll be the platform we use to add people to the Def GMI role, as well as also to the Safe Signers role. So we just got to figure out the exact introduction process to that, but there will be a process for adding and removing individuals from any of these things. But for the time being, we want to just do a hard cut and go straight to the admin team before we start getting too serious with PC. That's all I have for real stuff. I was wondering, let's see, no John Gotchi tonight. He's been hard at work, head down. I don't know where he's at. He's still
It'd be
doing
cool
his
to
thing.
do a review of his learning school or his
Yeah,
Gachi school.
gone through the
definitely.
first couple of lessons up to I think
You
0,
have?
1, and 2. I did. I walked
Have
through
you
them. I think
really?
on Sunday. He's up to 3. I don't think 3 is complete yet, but I walked through everything that's complete so far. With
How
him.
did it go?
I like what I see.
Cool. What did
I
you
think
learn?
he needs some help with some assets. I've never LP'd, so that'll be a good experience there. I learned
What-
how to reduce a limit on how many, like when you approve a contract to use your USDC or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the
If you
proof
To not
automatically
approve
do it,
infinite.
exactly. When you do it on like Uniswap, it automatically approves for an infinity amount. You can say, no, I only want to do 100 for this transaction only, and
That's
then I'll
cool.
check it.
Yeah.
And you can manually reduce that authorization.
Which
That was-
should
that was
be
really-
standard practice.
That's a
You should
Right,
never-
that's what I thought. I couldn't
Yes.
believe
That's a
that was the
security
first
guard.
time.
You should never be approving infinite allocation approvals for token assets. It's probably not a bad idea for everybody if you've never done it to go to like a revoke.all or a revoke platform and snatch back everything and then start fresh and clean and issue new approvals and pay attention to the amounts that you're actually issuing. And that is the last line of defense if you ever get exposed or exploited in a unique way. All those auto approvals to infinite amounts are tough vector. That's cool. I'm glad that you've actually done them. I've guiltily not even done it myself, and so I'm happy that you're at least supporting
nice
his work and
reminder.
paid attention.
I
Yeah.
backburnered it for too long, but I think
Yeah.
it was Sunday. I dove in. I wanted to catch up.
Dope. Ghost Ship. Oh, T-Bird, you in here? Nope. Okay, that's fine. He's doing good stuff. He's rocking and rolling. I'm wondering if he's got the stickers on the boat yet. I know they were ordered and on their way, and I think that he's probably got them by now, but I haven't seen that specific update yet. I think he dropped some teasers. He's got a Ghost Ship. The Ghost Ship has its own Twitter account now too. If you guys haven't seen that, and so by all means, follow that account, like it, just pay attention. He's doing very specific Ghost Ship tweets out of there. He says that there's some Anon Gotchi gang member coming down there soon to go sailing. Who knows who the heck that is, but
Oh,
someone's
cool.
on their way. So I'd love if he can provide any stats if anybody has actually received his 50% Aavegotchi holder discount as a retail customer. He hooks Gotchi gang up proper and just takes them out, just carte blanche. But I'm wondering if there's
That
been
recent-
anybody. Go ahead.
Yep, that recent Anon who came down actually cashed in on that. So we had
Oh.
our first customer.
That is fantastic to hear, man. Thank you for that. And that's the kind of stuff that's going to help drive his proposal in DTF when the time is right for making that pitch. It's not just this theoretical, oh, I think maybe it will expose to people. No, we need to be able to show that it has indeed operated. So that's fantastic to hear. He's committed to this, guys. He's doing a lot of this all on his own without any support yet. And so I'm looking forward to his consistency paying off down the road. NFT projects. Friends of the Family is done. It is done. There's nothing else that we need to do on it. Is that true, Hefe?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Everything's out. All the counts are correct. All the units are correct. I don't think we have any pending. Anthony, did you get your raffles?
I'm good, thank you.
Perfect. I think luckily you were the only one I think that really slipped through the cracks. So
Oh, there is one thing that I wanted to put out there. The last thing we can decide, and we can consult with Ben Lagan on this, is do we want to complete all the sets that are now out there? Because we could technically make all the incomplete sets and have that as an offering for people to buy if they do want to do that. Because I only realized kind of almost after the fact, once I saw your whole idea of putting them together, OXZFi, you have them all on your wall. It looks fucking sick.
yeah, it
I had
does.
no idea the three go together, and then the history of the piece. It's supposed to represent Picasso, one of Picasso's works, which is almost like a mural in the same way. And after I learned that, I'm like, fuck, I should have put in for both. I should have got both. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be one of those ones that tries to buy my other two to complete my set.
I was standing looking at the wall for a good half hour earlier, just looking
Oh,
at all
fuck.
the little intricacies.
He
It's
put a
50
lot of
inches
work
wide.
to it.
Maybe there's
It's
some
an
way we
incredible
can
piece. I love it.
mint all the ones that would complete the set and do some kind of sale through GMI, some kind of, maybe it can be some auction, maybe some giveaways, different ways to get them out there slowly.
Do we want that to be a campaign, like maybe just a first little push at the summit? Hey, if you do have one of these, here's your chance to complete your set, and then whatever else is left over after that, we can do just a slow release of them you know, on
Let's-
OpenSea or whatever.
Let's talk to Lagan too and see,
See what he
thinks
wants.
and what he wants. But I'm wondering if it doesn't make sense to release these like in phases. So like specifically being like, hey, guess what? There's like 7, or we'll have to look at the numbers. Say there's 12
I think there's
potentially incomplete sets.
I think
How many?
18. I think you can complete 18 sets total.
There's 18 sets that are like potentially to be completed. Correct?
That
That's not
could be
counting complete sets.
No, that's 18 that could be completed.
So I'm wondering if it maybe makes sense to offer like one completion opportunity. And so
Yeah.
we can choose to be like, hey, there's Gotchika
Yeah.
is out there, and so we're gonna release an Among Us and an OG, and that's one completion set this month. And then in a few other months or
And
the
that
next
really
summit we
puts
can
those
opportunity
18
one
people
other.
in competition.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
And we'll do this on probably based on that we could run it on an auction method. And so it could be another silent auction and we could see who wants to complete their set the baddest.
Those silent auctions are fun.
And thank you, Roxiano, for being flexible with that. That was great exploration for us, and it's going to be a useful tool.
Speaking of
to pull
silent
off.
auctions, and this goes
Yeah, of
into
course.
sponsorship or... I'm sorry, Roxy, you go ahead.
She's just giving
Oh no,
her
I was just saying, of
gratitude.
course.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and thank you.
Yeah, like, so interestingly, I saw a blind auction for sponsorship go on last week. And basically, like, there was a bunch of sponsors competing for a spot. And it was a blind auction where everybody put in their prices without knowing what was going to be the outcome. So nobody knew really what the price was. So everybody just put in what you want. Lynn's protocol ended up taking it for almost 13K on the
Dang.
caveat that you release all of your material on Lynn's.
That's slick.
Damn.
And I don't even think it was like Lynn's only. It was like, just make sure you're putting it out on Lynn's.
Sure, it doesn't have to be exclusively Lens, but it starts here.
Exactly. So
That's super slick. That's a good idea. So
That's
yeah,
smart.
there's definitely something to be done there.
blind auction is an interesting mechanism. And I said that even before I saw the results. I was like, ooh, blind auction? I'm interested. And then when I saw the results, I was like, oh, this is hot.
And help me understand here, what is going to be the key difference between blind auction and silent auction?
So with the silent auction, you actually saw what the prices were.
Correct.
But a blind
And so in the
auction,
blind,
you
it'll
are
just be
totally,
totally
blind.
off the books.
You drop a number, and your number's either good or not. You have no way of knowing. What's it worth to you is what a blind auction is. What's it worth to you? You're not thinking about anybody else.
This
Let's,
is the type of shit that's gonna have me eating ramen for months.
Because, you know, like, you could say, yeah, this is only worth, you know, $500 to me, and then somebody comes back and says, no, this is worth $5,000 to me, and like,
Oh, I've got burned on many rare Pepe, like, you know, these auctions where you submit your bid, you don't know till after, and I always go find out, and they're like, yeah, your bid was like 10 ETH away from the lowest. I'm like, okay,
ETH away.
thanks. I
That's
might not
tough.
even submit next time.
Like, you
Thanks.
tell me to not waste my time.
There was one piece I'm like, oh, I would definitely part with at least an ETH. Okay, 1.5 ETH. It goes for 5 Bitcoin. Like, oh, okay, all right. This isn't my club. Okay.
Yeah. You're an observer in that system.
Yeah.
Let's experiment with this during the artist summit. Let's pick a few pieces to offer as blind auction, and let's pick a few pieces to offer as silent auction. Let's just see. Let's get some experience and experiment with it. It's a good idea. Thanks. Bin Lagan and Face have a really slick guild channeling NFT. Some of y'all have probably seen it. We're not gonna propagate it or anything like that right now because it's kind of it's just not under release yet. And so we do need to still determine a market strategy on this. This isn't a now thing, and I don't think it's a summit thing at all. I think it probably makes sense to try to time it with guild channeling feature release, but I have no idea how long that might be, and they might not want to wait that long, but maybe they do. We'll see. But
It sounded like they want to do more of an exclusive thing, like 100 pieces or something at 69 Ghost or 50 Ghost. You know,
I think that they just need to wait till there's enough ecosystem hype to drive that market, because I don't disagree with that. I think that that'll work, and it's a quality piece and well rendered, but it just needs to be matched. And I think with what we saw at Friends of the Family, it's just a little bit softer times right now for pockets. And so we'll wait till there's a little more just rabidness in the water.
Yeah.
Oh, is this accurate, Hefe? Is it up to 12 now on the GMI minting?
Yeah, I think so.
12 official
Because
collections.
if we're counting the raffle and the gotcha, because each is their individual own thing, then yeah.
And they are on their own token addresses, right?
Yeah.
So I say yes.
They're their own contracts.
Gotcha.
Which like it would have been nice to have the gotchas all on one, but it's actually hard to do that with ERC 721s.
Like 3 separate assets, but under one contract.
Yeah, I mean that can't be done. I don't.
So
think,
that leads that leads right into this question.
Yeah.
So then crack that code, figure that out.
Yeah,
this is something that people are interested in.
I think it'd have to be done with ERC 1155s.
So and
that would be a completely different contract. I have to figure out someone who knows, or I could actually. There's some like tutorials and stuff on YouTube where you can like take someone else's code off GitHub and you can do something.
There's a musician, Domino, who released an album. I think it was 11 tracks on Ethereum Layer 1, and it was released as 1 mint, but it came as 11 tracks. Maybe we can see how that minted, if they were 1155s or if it was some kind of package that like multi-minted 11720s. Yeah.
And so a few people are doing bundles, and it's a lot like how Counterparty's doing the safes, kind of like how you get the Aavegotchi, and then now the Aavegotchi's got assets that like nest inside of it, and so that might be exactly what we're talking about. I don't know.
Are these things also that can be done with subdomains of ENS? Because I was like hearing about how you should start doing albums as ENS domains, and you can have like the album and then a subdomain for each song, and then
Jesus.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, I have a buddy. This actually is a good reminder for me because I do have a friend who created this project called Stembits on Polygon, and he gave them away for free as like an experiment. He's like a kind of like me, like a smart contract like hobbyist. But what he created is an NFT contract that you could use you could have the song on chain with the NFT. You're limited by file size, but what you could do is actually mash the NFTs together to make different songs. And then it become like one NFT.
I remember we were talking about this. Rigo and I have this cool idea that we would love to do with GMI, where basically we have a website that would be a background, and then every NFT that people hold would be like an Aavegotchi self-portrait. You would get like a PFP basically, and each PFP would have a sound on it. And then the more gotchis or the more people or whatever come to the website at the same time, the song will like produce whatever's there in real time.
What?
So it's a social event where like you want to like tell everybody, hey, let's like get together so that we can like get as many layers of the song as possible.
So you'd have some like script on your website that would read the NFTs on the site and then play those.
All you would need is a wallet connect, a read only. It wouldn't even nothing else. You wouldn't have to approve anything.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It would be actually a really simple.
It'd be like
really
collab.land.
It's really attainable to do.
Yeah.
How much sound are we talking in these like things? Like just single bleeps and bloops, or are you giving like little loops and tracks?
It could be. So I was thinking it would be something more like freeform ambient, so it didn't have to be like super tight or whatever. But think like an orchestra where you would essentially have some things in different registers. So you'd have some treble, some bass, some mid-range, maybe just some percussive stuff, and then maybe just some weirdness. You'd have some that are just weird.
Wallet connect.
And this was something Rigo and I discussed really early on, even before we started working on the Grind.
These more folks, more sounds, more magic. That's a really good idea. Have you been somewhere that's done this yet?
No, but it's not exactly like a lot of people have very similar ideas. So it's like it seems like it's low hanging fruit when it comes to music NFTs.
Dope.
But the idea, the one thing that is original about it that I haven't heard anybody else saying is that social aspect of getting as many people there at the same time as possible.
Yeah.
To make the song different, because then who comes and who doesn't influences the song.
And then I I see that being an easy implementation with Phaser as an evolution into an SDK on a parcel.
100%.
And those tunes for that NFT would be based on, maybe those NFTs in the Gotchi's pocket, and if it's on there, that makes that sound.
Gotchi Rock Band. It's
Yeah.
coming. I just want Gotchi Karaoke, guys. In the future, can hang in there all day and just see those tips. Okay, that's fantastic. Good stuff there on NFT project updates. This might be one of our most well synchronized calls we've had yet, guys. Just general alpha, a couple things I've seen just floating around this week. Zed has now introduced a token. I don't know if anyone else got the email, but the Zed horse racing game now has a live token. It's airdropping. It's available for claiming until October 26th, I believe. If you've ever raced over there, if you've ever bought a horse, you ever bet on a horse, you ever owned a stable, any of those kinds of things, then you likely have an airdrop waiting for you, so be aware. Ethereum is this strategy game deploying on the Gnosis chain. Gnosis chain is the XDAI chain. Make no mistake about it. Don't let yourself get confused. XDAI became the Gnosis chain. XDAI is a good blockchain. It works well. It's extremely low fee and very fast and has zero adoption. And so somewhere along the way, Gnosis showed up and they were like, let's rebrand this as our chain and see what we can do with it. So they're taking a crack at it.
Actually, XDAI is literally Gnosis chain.
Hence why the Gnosis chain requires XDAI for gas.
So how are we feeling? How are we feeling about premium POAPs? Do you know much about it?
No, I haven't even looked because I don't look at POAP anymore. Honestly, I've personally kind of migrated way past it and looking for future solutions. But
I think
XDAI.
Well, right. I
Pitch
think
me, though.
POAP is moving to this premium POAP mechanism because it will get bots out, or at least bots will have to pay. And at first I was kind of not about it, but I bought one the other day, or today at the Bankless community call. We're doing the premium POAPs. But because you can keep the farmers out, it has now it kind of lends that quality back to what a POAP is, because they're not just being farmed anymore. And if they are, they're paying for it, so they're paying for the ecosystem.
Do you assume that maybe POAP still has the name recognition?
It definitely does, and I think especially, Gnosis being what it is, I wouldn't rule it out yet, and especially now that they're actually moving towards trying to do something about the bots, or the farmers, or whatever you want to call them. Maybe a combination of both. But what really made me not rule it out so much, because at first I didn't care. I was like, this is stupid. And who cares? Because I can always mint something on Showtime or Migo or whatever else. Why do I need a POAP? And Lens kind of changed my mind. I was like, wait a second. People are buying posts on Lens. This is a thing. So why wouldn't it be a thing on POAP if they have the brand recognition? So if they can get back to opening the gates again, because it's been very hard to get POAPs if you're not already established with POAP, I haven't.
So you mean that maybe now we could go back to POAP and be like, I need 200, and they might actually give us the damn 200.
Right. Yeah. I mean, no. Look,
Okay.
even Bankless has a problem getting POAPs sometimes, and
It's tough.
we have
That's why I
members that
left.
work there. And I haven't
We
really
should be
mentor
fortunate
badged, but
that
I
we-
haven't done it in forever. But
I was gonna say we should be fortunate that there's some early Aavegotchi POAPs that exist. I don't know
For
if you guys
sure.
have them, but I definitely have a couple from Friend Zone, and I know I did
Yeah.
a couple myself. Those are gonna be.
We've done most of the GMI badges on Migo and on Polygon Network, but the very first ever GMI community call was a proper POAP, and so that's
Yeah.
pretty
all of
historical
the
as well.
first 10 episodes of Midnight Cuddle Club are all real POAPs.
I remember I had to beg for 50, and they're like, "We'll give you 25, and we'll see."
That's
Like, all right,
crazy.
okay.
That's why we've been replacing it, but that's okay. Okay, good alpha there though, Anthony, and we'll keep an eyeball on that. You're closest to it, so you keep us in touch. If it looks like it's getting momentum and people are digging it, then let us know. The fees are phenomenal over there. 1 penny is 100 plus transactions on Gnosis chain.
I mean,
So-
if
but
nothing else,
it's 'cause
it
there's no one
could
there.
be that because we're using Gnosis, it could be some kind of mechanism that those POAPs, help us out with. It's just something to keep our eyes on, later down the road.
I feel like they're really good builders and really bad networkers. So we'll see. Hopefully they can put it together. Last thing for me, actually, and before we jump onto that one, let me get this on here too. Zilly and Chasm. Let's talk about them both. Chasm is a social dashboard. We'll go Zilly in a second. Chasm is a social dashboard that does this really. I'm not even going to put notes on this. Chasm just does a really amazing, like social networking dashboard, and so you tether it, you target it to your community. This is like for community operators, and so it watches your Twitter account, it watches your Discord account, and if your holders have tokens of a certain type, say a POAP or a gated token access, you can even give it blockchain addresses, and it'll also look for those individuals. And then it aggregates all this into a dashboard and shows you what everybody's up to. The Twitter dashboard's freaking slick. The Twitter dashboard has like tags embedded in it. And so it checks everyone that's on your followers list, and then it sorts them by their follower count. So that way you can see your highest reach impact followers and people who are the most active, people who are posting the most. This is how we generated that top 10 interactions of the GMI account the other day.
Oh, that was really cool.
Yeah, and so Chasm's been really cool, and it's really helping guide me personally on a lot of the GMI tweet craftings right now, because I'm tagging people that I would have never thought to tag before, but it's because they're high reach impact targets, and so we need to try to expand our network a little bit instead of tagging the same 10 people every time. And so Chasm's really cool. Most importantly is when I reached out to them about 2 weeks ago and opened the dashboard, I didn't talk to them first. I just opened the dashboard on their website, and within an hour, I had an email from their support team at gmifriends@gmail.com asking if I liked it, letting me know that they saw a couple bugs when I was signing up and that those have been fixed, and there were some other things that they needed to address. We're coming to Polygon soon. The token address you put in is a Polygon token address, and we're not there yet, but we're coming, and we'll let you know as soon as we are. And even today, they sent me like a weekly report of what the GMI Friends community looks like. And so I'm really just pleased with them as a platform in general. And so if you want to experiment or check it out, that's something interesting. Zilly, same kind of a vibe. I feel like Chasm and Zilly are slightly competitive, and they're both new and emerging. And so why not both? And we'll let them fight each other and see who wins. Zilly feels a little bit more like a bounty board, like a community bounty board, where you create tasks and social engagement opportunities, questions and answers, AMAs. They also have an on-chain voting platform mechanism built into this. So we're going to check that out and experiment and play with them. Same kind of vibe, just a lot less support. There are no emails, none of that kind of crap. But I do have a Discord message with the founder. And so I think it's kind of like a one-man show is how I'm feeling about Zilly. But he's iterating quick. And so we should have a dashboard spun up maybe in the next week or two. And so we'll propagate that, and everybody just explore and see what you think. If you think it's trash, we'll let them know. I'm not afraid to any of that. So we'll let them fight and see who's got the best product. Last but not least, my full-time job's at Nori, and I don't know if anyone knows who Nori is or has heard me talk about it yet or anything, but Nori is a carbon removal marketplace that's coming on Polygon soon. They started on Ethereum back in like 2017. They've been watching. Ethereum obviously developed the way it did, so it wasn't going to stay long-term. We're going to watch this thing coming. I keep calling it like the carbon wars or the carbon source wars, the source wars in general. Y'all probably seen this huge Cambrian explosion of refi and the whole movement towards like ESG, right? So environmental social governance and this idea of green blockchain and crypto with a cause. There's a huge explosion of this pitching. And so what we're going to see from here till I don't know when the end of this phase is going to be, but it's going to be the distinction era. This is going to be the discussion of why they're not all the same and what's different between one and the other. So obviously I'm a hard show for Nori. It's my full-time Monday through Friday. I'm the community manager over there. As many Gotchi gang as I can get to migrate over there, it's going to benefit you from gaining the information of what I think looks like a very intelligent emerging marketplace and the commoditization of carbon as we know it. But it's also going to help me out too, because I need friends over there.
You had a big brain call on the Keck Lord Sanctum the other day.
And that was really just, I thank you for that platform opportunity, because that was just because there was just a few of us in that sanctum at the time. And so y'all were willing to be my little guineas and let me blast you with all this information. But I mean, you were a good testament, and Thrax as well. Like, this is intriguing and interesting.
How about you get me someone from Nori to work on the trees with me?
Yeah, no kidding.
And,
I know.
No, for real. Like, quit fucking around. Get me a guy.
I fuck how I fuck.
I need a fucking tree guy.
Some trees, man. Let's go.
I know, and you're dead on the money.
Here.
I know, man. You're dead on the money, and I know. I'm slowly rugging everyone into the same room here. It's happening. So, like Nori right now.
Just link the two things. Make the hook the jobs up.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
I already have the branch extended. Except it's not an olive tree.
Oh,
It's a glitter tree.
there you go.
I'm
You showed me that
extending the
Miro.
glitter branch
You're dead
right
on
now.
it. You're dead on it, man. We're gonna get there. I think that the Gotchiverse is on track, and not because of their own doing, but we in this room right now have the potential, and Hardcore's a big believer in this and a big pusher, and that's why you see his enthusiasm here, is we have this potential to help make the Gotchiverse and Aavegotchi Polygon's first GameFi project that could become carbon negative and have that status. And so Nori's currently partnered with the Sandbox, Rarible, StepN, M13, and Toyota Ventures. And so there's some really high-level shit going on in the background. So I hear you, Hardcore, 100%, 100%.
Polygon bounty, the money is just sitting there on the table.
I know. The people that are building these protocols don't understand that. That's what I'm recognizing. Is I am probably one of the most plugged in crypto natives in the Nori team right now. And so the people that are building these products don't see the potential yet. They don't even know what Aavegotchi is yet. And so we're getting there. And you guys joining the Nori Discord and making those loud arguments is going to be the shortest timeline to getting results in that regard. That's what I've got, guys. These are just the action items that we need to do for follow-up here. Z, if you want to work with me, we need to fire up the Sesh event for this Artist Summit. Or do we already have one deployed? Did you do that?
There's one in calendar. What is it? Event calendar channel.
Cool. Right on. So that's the
it
Sesh
didn't
spot that
come
people
up
can
as an
RSVP to?
event.
Oh, it's not in Discord. I didn't do a Discord event.
Okay, no worries. Then let's make that happen. I'm planning on kind of tonight because I don't want to wake up super early in the morning, but I want to have this live and available before tomorrow's hangout, so that way you can start soft shilling for next Saturday, and people have somewhere to go and sign up. So maybe we do that right after this call because we're on good timeline track here real quick.
I just dropped a link in the Sound of the Ghost.
Perfect. Let me just see what that looks like here. No, it's perfect. No, it's fine. Gotchiverse Artist Summit is gathered. Date looks right. Time's good.
It's just not popping up at the events at the top of the channel. I don't know.
That's easy. Okay, no problem. Yeah, that's an option that you have to set up.
So let me know.
Did you set this up in Discord or did you go to the dashboard?
I went sesh.fyi.
Perfect. So when you're on there, one of the options in the parameters there is a tick box that says mirror to native Discord events.
I had some issue, like a permissions issue or something.
And so you may have. And so yeah, we'll sort that out and make sure. Same thing, great responsibility admin team. If you're not using SeshBot yet, let me know because you have access to it. It's polls, it's
I'd be happy to run a workshop. It's a great tool.
It really, really is, and we have access to it. Yeah. Artist directory. Let's make sure this week that we can work it. If you want to help GMI out, just talk to one damn artist. Don't care who you are in this room. Talk to one artist and say, hey, man, have you talked to them about this? Are you doing this thing? You coming over here? Get your shit together. Let them know. Artist assets for the send-out showcase, silent auction. We need to gather and compile that. That's kind of rolled into this same thing. Get a 2-for-1 special. Have that conversation at once. I'll take care of this DTF Summit. I'll get this written up this weekend, hopefully ready to submit that by Monday, which they'll probably appreciate for the fact that we're actually on the front end of it instead of the back end of the event asking for money. But they were kind last time, so we'll probably be okay here. Just housekeeping, Hefe and I need to make that swap on parcels, maximize the GMI revenue assets there, and then let's source a contract apprentice for Hefe off the team. Sounds like Z and Zombie are ready to dive into that. You guys are going to be learning how to use Arweave and learning how to use Solidity minting. So good opportunity for you there. That's all I got, boys and girls. We're at 9:09, so we're just a little over. Open floor. Anybody have anything that they want to have in the notes?
We've got 2 questions.
Okay.
First question, have we secured or decided on a DJ or musical host for the Artist Summit yet?
You go ahead, Hefe. I think you got an answer for that one.
A musical host?
But just do an opening set.
Yeah, like we had DJ Super Paul.
I figure we just order them in order that we think that it's going to be most appropriate. Like I'm kind of looking at ZombieShepherd's input on that. Like we'll give you all the sets, and then we can talk amongst ourselves how.
We're talking here about the hype set on the opening though, Hefe. Did you mention that FaZe had like a set put together?
Oh, that can be. I mean, that can be done because he's doing 15.
You were thinking about that for the back end, weren't you?
Yeah, because like we could definitely do like an opener. I can ask, FaZe to do like a 2-minute to 5-minute little opener thing for us.
I think so.
Ideally, yeah, I think it makes sense. But I think overall, what we should do is have our keynotes and our speakers and everything front loaded near the start of it, get that out of the way, and then we can kind of have like our GIF spamming and like just good memes, and have like artwork being dropped in the middle of that. We can start communicating more stuff through the actual text chat. If there's auctions going on, and in the meantime, we can also have our audio artists playing, so it'll be like a dual thing going on at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I was
makes sense.
thinking. Like, do just have an open and little bit of music, and then like all your talks, and then do the playlist next, and then have live music after that. That way, it can be loose after the playlist.
Yeah, I like your vision.
Check out that Notion agenda draft, and if you've got changes or edits or suggestions, let's sync it all up there, because that's a pretty like comprehensive agenda.
Is this your second question? Is this your second entry?
Second one's long gone. I let that go a long time ago.
Oh, right on. This is also beautiful. Well done, and again, just much appreciated, man.
You were able to get the clip on the page. Awesome. Yeah, nice. Good
Just
work.
audio. Oh yeah, you'll hear it on your end.
Weren't able to. Oh yeah, I can hear the audio.
So, I mean, I guess looking through this, the only thing I would do is that maybe we don't really need to, like, I mean, obviously, I guess this last part right here, the summit summary.
Let me get over here.
I think we should definitely have most of our talking done before we start partying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So,
agree.
just for content's sake.
So maybe move the summary actual to just the nugget in front of the play out.
Exactly. Before now the fun. And then that way...
Let's also... Go ahead. Please finish.
No, I was just going to say whatever happens after that happens, and we just make sure to get all the information to the front end just in case people aren't paying attention later on. Whether
Something
it's
that we
live
didn't
or in
do-
the content.
Something we didn't do for the last summit that I would like to ambitiously attempt to try to do for this summit is to like do a rehearsal run through the night before or a couple days before. We'll just fake all of the actual content material, but I want to just go through the itinerary and make sure that we're all on the same page in terms of flow.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, let's try to have the content before then so that I can run the playlist and we can make sure it's going well.
That'd be good. Yeah. Make sure all speaking.
So do we want to plan that for Thursday night or for this call?
We could do it for this call. That's cool. I don't mind one bit. That's
Yeah.
like it'll be the most important thing for us next week anyway, and so I don't expect to be talking about other business when on the eve of the summit.
Yeah.
Cool.
Exactly.
Prior to heading into the.
So we may not live stream
call.
if we're doing it, if we're going to be doing the preview.
Yeah.
I think I'd agree with that. Yeah, I think I'll agree with that.
So
And
if
that'll
you
be
don't
what
show
we'll
up
tweet
here
it
in the
out.
Discord, you won't see the alpha.
There you go. Okay. Anybody? Anything else?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Well done, guys. Appreciate everybody's hard work. Lots of social engagement, lots of support. Just keep on the mission, guys. We're doing our thing. It's gonna work out really well. And I know that Hefe keeps. Where did you post that picture, Hefe? Gmi calls. This is Hefe's favorite picture that he's seen here lately. Dun, dun, dun. Actually, let me
Post it
just drag it. That's easier.
Yeah, Gucci gang.
Who is that?
John.
Is that John?
John Gotchi.
Yeah. No, it's okay, John. I even got an entry for you here. You go ahead, buddy. What you up to?
Yeah.
I'm arriving a little bit late.
We appreciate you here, sir.
Truly, we're about done. So you just tell us what the hell you've been up to, friend. We've been wondering about you.
Yeah, actually, a lot of work has been done on the school, and I wanted to share you some new features. So actually, the prototype is not finished 100%, but I've put a link in the Gmi Club chat, so you could see what the level will be, and I wanted to show you also some fresh idea I have for the future of the school.
Yeah,
So
go for it.
Maybe I should share my screen.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut my screen down. We're good on the notes and the call specifically, guys. So good job for following through on all that, and let's let John Gotchi wrap things up for us.
Let's do it.
Yeah, actually, you can go on, guys. Even try yourself. So okay, I've I've released like the 3 first level. So connect wallet, sign a message. Oh, maybe I should take an account that's finished yet. And actually, it's most of the level will have like a content, a description of the level, and also some like useful resources. So actually, it's a little bit empty, but and yeah, some like helpful information. So okay. So yeah, once the very first level is the most special since there is no there is only to connect the wallet. So once you fill the description, you think you finish, you will have a button to complete the level, and then you will be able to open the chest. And within the chest, there's gonna have an NFT reward. So it's gonna come like this. So maybe in the
that's
future
cool.
I will design a better URL. But yeah, for the moment, yeah, it's like this, and yeah, each card represent the level, and in the future, I'm gonna make some secret level inside some of the NFT reward. So yeah. So yeah,
It's fantastic.
be curious and be curious on how to interact with NFTs. I'm gonna make some other level to learn, teach people how to get to Etherscan, connect your wallet, and check what is inside the NFTs.
Very cool.
It's great work.
What are your thoughts
sign a
with?
message.
I was gonna say, what are your thoughts on partnering up with even some artists? It would be cool to see in the future where the NFT that you're winning is maybe designed by like one of the Aavegotchi artists that creates something unique.
I'd say, John, you consult, you consult and direct the design, but don't waste your time doing creative arts on this if you don't want to, because we can definitely help source that, so that way you can stay on dev.
Yeah, definitely. I had a lot of like asset or sprites to design about, because there's gonna have a lot of like I would say rooms, let's say rooms in the school, yeah, classroom in the school, and definitely it's something I will really need some good designer, because the it's only like a JPEG that I took on Google Image. So yeah, I will after finishing the prototype, I will try to make a light paper, and also try to list all the content that I'm gonna release for the V1. So with all that content, sure, there's gonna have like a lot of like asset and NFT, also NFT card to design. So yeah, I'm doing the strict minimum, but sure, it's something we're gonna speak for another GMI call with pleasure.
Absolutely.
I will try to make some doc with all the IDs, the feature of the school listed. So actually, yeah, the first and the second level is like a little bit odd, since there's no complete button. But since then, all of the levels will come like this, and actually there will be a start level. So from the level 3, after I have to implement the level. It's not done yet, but it's gonna be really quick. I expect to finish in 7-8 days the fully prototype.
That's fantastic.
So yeah, you can go and try yourself.
Is there an easy place for somebody to get some Mumbai Testmatic if they'd like to go and dive into this?
Actually, yeah. Just send me a message. I have a bunch of Matic Mumbai, and actually that's the only problem. Some levels they require like a lot of like token, like 0.5 for some. So I may implement the defender of OpenZeppelin, or maybe change my smart contract architecture so it's going to be less expensive. Yeah, send me a message. I have a bunch. I have a bunch of Matic Mumbai. They're not on that account. On that one. Yeah.
How do you like that frame? You like that frame wallet? Do you use anything else in standby, or does frame serve all your needs?
Actually, yeah, Frame and MetaMask are supported on the website. But I'm gonna also implement like a multi-connection wallet.
You got a big fan. You got a big fan in here with ZFi. I think he's the only one who's actually completed actually any of the lessons, and so he was giving us his perspective on it earlier before you showed up. So I'm actually glad to have you pop in here as well.
That's good security tips for sure.
Yeah, I've been collecting the assets on Lens. I didn't realize I could do it. I'm gonna go do it now. Drop me them links, ZFi. I'm pretty sure I already have some Mumbai Matic from the farming release.
So yeah, I'm done for the presentation, but yeah, I wanted to speak about some ideas. So yeah, I was thinking about making secret level that's gonna be add within the NFTs. So yeah, be curious, guy. I had some other. Okay, let me check my notes. Oh yeah, I was thinking about making a special levels for Gotchi owners. So actually, the school is tend to be open for everyone and free for everyone except the guys, of course. But I had the idea of like making special quest for Gotchi owner that may you require to go within the Gotchiverse to find like a treasury chest. No, scavenger chest.
Like a scavenger hunt.
Scavenger hunt. And it's like I was thinking about like burying some chest beneath the Gotchiverse, and you will have to dig up to find out those on the Gotchiverse. Also,
that's cool.
I'm gonna also add some Easter eggs in the Gotchiverse that will lead you to some like external chest. So yeah, special content for Gotchi owners. Also, at the idea of like creating like an ID member school that will like upgrade in your adventure in the Gotchi Web3 school. So this idea would be like the perfect like perfect things to follow how the Gotchi is doing on the Gotchi Web3 school. So each Aavegotchi would be able to mint those membership school ID. Don't know how if we can say like this.
No, yeah, it makes good sense.
So some secret levels, some level that need to interact with the Gotchiverse. And after, also after the prototype release, I would be grateful to know what you people would like to see. Some useful tools for artists, or whatever to be implemented in the school. So my next ideas was to make a marketplace. And in that marketplace, of course, people would be able to see to sell their NFTs, also trade, maybe trade the Aavegotchi stuff, and also add quest to train with that marketplace. So there's gonna have more content on NFTs in general, and also for you've seen the card. The card are gonna make a gallery where you can, of course, see your reward. And behind the card, I wanted to. Okay, I wanted to make a cool stuff. It's behind the card. You will be able to interact with each of the function of an NFT, so you can understand what is a ERC 721 standard, and yeah, like behind the card, you will be able, like the AMM, that you can scroll through the pool and just navigate through it really easily, to be able to interact with each function, and also add like an informational pop-up to explain what is those function. So here, like,
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Here is like my ERC 7021 reward levels. So there is like the safe mint, the support. Those two functions are only mine, so it's not part of the ERC 7021. But you have all those functions that is like part of the standard, and people may don't know that they can call this function to understand like
Geek brain stuff, man. You're gonna hurt people's heads.
Every part of an ERC 7021.
That'd be really cool. So are you thinking
Let's
that
keep
as
it
one
up.
of the levels, like later down the line? I feel like this would be one of the more kind of advanced levels.
Which one?
Like you're saying, like people are, from my understanding, people will be able to go in here and modify the functions of this, like play with the functions of this NFT. Am I hearing that right?
Yeah, it's right, but I want to make it really user friendly.
Okay.
So people can quick catch up. Oh wow, what is exactly an NFT?
I'm a great target audience because I'm not good at this stuff, and so
Yeah, I
if
like
you can guide me through this, then you've done it.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, the people will. Because most of people only think NFT are just JPEG sent to the blockchain, but actually you can do really cool stuff with NFTs, and also you can make your NFT connect with other. So it's not part of the ERC 71 standard, but you have to design it. You can make the function, and I'm gonna make some cool secret quest inside the NFTs. So definitely you will have to check your card, be curious about it, and looking through all the functions to maybe find the secret quest. And also, I wanted to make. I told you about some quests for Gotchi owners, some quests for everyone, but there's gonna have some chest that has different meaning. So the chest you see previously he is only giving NFT rewards, but some other, like the scavenger chest, I will add some like alchemicas or Gotchi content stuff.
Nice.
So that's gonna be more exciting to.
That's where the DTF
to
funding
search
kicks
for
in.
Yeah, exactly. That's where the funding comes.
Exactly. And also in the future, I was thinking about making like group quest for Gotchi owners. So actually, even your scholar will be able to rent your Gotchi. So you'll be able to make it with many pips.
I like it, man.
Just make it happen, John.
The scholars too, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you popped in and shared this with us, man. That was perfect timing. We were just about to hang up the phone.
Hey, well, hey, if you're gonna be like that, I got something to say about this. On Sunday, just in case this is the last time I bother to be the person for the meeting, like I'm gonna push the SDK really hard. I've got our fine gentleman that made the Gochi decks coming, but like bring SDK questions and we're gonna pump Dan for SDK stuff like nothing.
Cool.
Like the mission is to make it sound like Aavegotchi is all about the SDK. That's all we care about. Like
yeah, there is.
Like, let's just talk nerd shit. If someone brings up money, tell them to eat shit. We're talking nerd stuff.
Yeah, actually, there is so many functionality that everyone can use with Aavegotchi, like the different facet of Aavegotchi, and yeah, an SDK would be maybe more easy for developer to use those functionalities in Aavegotchi.
Oh yeah, it'll improve the UI experience a whole lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Great stuff, guys.
I'm done for right now, but I'm gonna continuing to push, and I hope to finish the prototype in 7-8 days.
Man,
Hashtag Alpha League.
Keep it up. Let us know how we can help at all. But again, I'm just very thankful that you had the timing to pop in and catch us because we were definitely curious where you're at.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah,
Well,
a lot is coming.
Well, guys, keep it up then. Pay attention, get some Moonby tokens, and test this thing. Z, guide us through those. If we have dumb questions, you'll help us out with that. But anybody else parting words?
I got one more parting word. Hazel Star put together a whole write-up on running your own local Aave front end if you want to do it, 0 to hero. Here it is. Because I know Aave's gone through some OFAC stuff, so it doesn't affect me in my country, but it might, depending where you live. You know, with KYC to access their custom with their current front end. I don't know like when that's going to get implemented or what, but you could definitely set up your own local Aave front end and kind of
manage remotely.
Still be decentralized in every sense and use an open source front end.
Keep your eyes peeled for Polygon ID too. I think that'll be a decent bridge solution for the time being.
Oh yeah, you showed me that. That was cool too.
John, did you have any other things right there? I think you were maybe trying to say something.
Oh yeah, send me your address if you need Matix Mumbai.
Oh, I might need some. I'll definitely give you my address.
Yep.
Oh, actually, I have one other thing. I'm gonna try to. Well, actually, I got two things. The first one, just for fun, change one of your Gochi's names to Cider Dan in some way. I already took the basic spelling. Change to Cider Dan Gochi, and we are every time Dan says he is somewhere, we're gonna mob him with Cider Dan Gochis, and they should all be poorly designed superheroes of some sort.
Have you seen the meme already there? Cider Dan and Coder Dan? Have you seen this?
Yes,
you guys
yes.
haven't
You know,
seen this yet.
we do Cider Dan flash mobs from now on, okay? This is a secret thing. I'm not putting this out publicly, but like I told Phantasma about it because he hit me up and he's like, "Oh, I don't think your Cider Dan ideas are good. They're not serious enough." And I'm like, that was the fucking point. And I was like, "Look, I have 10 more." like you
cranking out the Cider Dan.
A Cider Dan is it involves either the glasses or the Sergi beard, and it or it can if you're broke you can use the Aave mask, It's
I
got to be
have
a superhero. Like, it's
I
got to
know
have the
who-
mask or a cape and,
I know
and
what-
an ambiguous drink in its hand.
I know a crew of apple pickers. They pick Windfall every year, so we can create some custom Aavegotchi cider with the Cider Dan logo on it
Oh,
and
God,
sell
no,
it.
yes. Like, someone needs to, they'll license that shit, dude. They will
We'll
license
sell
Cider
it to
Dan.
Ghost.
Cider Dan's fucking nasty cider. And then the other thing I want to push is, so like, if you can, if any devs are going to come to the, like, there's a Morales hackathon, and there is the topics are P2E games, and then there's one for DAO technologies. I want to use this hackathon. I want to send a bunch of teams to the hackathon, and what we do is we try to outdo Snapshot. So we go and we get these motherfuckers to pay us to make a better snapshot for Aavegotchi. Then we come back and we charge the DTF for the snapshot that these other guys paid us for. And then we get something that actually works.
Yeah. When is the Morales
And
hackathon?
Aavegotchi dominates the Morales thing again.
We're just talking
we
about
already
Morales.
the
at the
entire
start
life of
this year.
Morales, like, we've been on their homepage. Like, why not send 5 teams back there?
That's a great. You're dead on it right here, man. When is this? What's our timeline?
We got like 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay. Let's bring it up tomorrow and on Sunday
Yeah, I just
too.
saw it yesterday. And I'm like, oh, this is perfect.
Oh, cool! You just saw it
Like,
yesterday
they're
because we were talking
describing the
about it for a
things
while.
that we need in our game as what their hackathon is. So if we can get them to pay for our stuff, that's yeah.
Can you send me over the
And
Morales
that creates a
resources as
sense of
well?
urgency too.
Yeah, can you send
what?
those? Yeah, can you send those Morales resources over to me too?
Yeah,
the link?
just Morales.io.
Okay, yeah,
Cool.
It's right on their front page.
Okay, good. I'll check that out.
That's a great
the
call,
top
and
prize
you're
is
right.
25 grand, and there's like it was either 30 or 60 $500 prizes.
Yeah, no,
Like,
we
if
can
you have
definitely
some
compete.
working fucking code, you're getting $500.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Because there probably won't even be that. Yeah,
This is someone else paying for it. We don't have to ask mom and dad's permission. Just like make a thing.
yeah, absolutely.
And they'll be
Absolutely.
like, that's too unique. And you're like, well, yeah, it's because I'm from Aavegotchi and we have weird ass problems.
Exactly.
I never even thought that you might need to lock a vote because there was sub DAOs. Because that's the actual project. The actual project, this is the goal. The goal. We need a snapshot that if you have 40 sub DAOs, that you can't. That if a proposal is being posted in all these different ones, they all have to post either at the same time, or the voting can't. The VP can't move around while this shit's going on.
Yeah, Hefe's got some thoughts on this too.
The term for this is carpet bagging. Carpet bagging is assets that vote twice. Same topic, same thing, but they moved in between the block times there.
I think you're right on the money there, and I think that the Gotchi gang's got enough talent we can source and at least send some kind of representation over there. I appreciate your enthusiasm on this. We were talking about it yesterday. Absolutely. Well, and like you're saying, let's hit it for Saturday and for Sunday. Let's make sure that this gets brought up.
I got nothing else, fellas. I see Dr. Wagme just popped in.
He just makes sure we can all leave safely. That's all. What's up, Wagme?
I see you there, Dr. Wagme. How's it going?
It's just an observer.
He might be.
Let's call it. We were dead on the money, and we got a secret visit there from John Gotchi, and that put us over time. So I appreciate the knowledge in the alpha again, but with these calls always last long. So let's call it, boys. We're gonna be up in the morning. We'll be on the call. We'll have Sunday stuff. Appreciate everyone's time. This is a very, very productive call, and make sure people watch this because this is a lot of alpha in this stream. This one's
well,
good.
it is. It does get live streamed. I think Zombie's on it for that. So.
Yep.
Cool. All right, guys. I appreciate everyone being here. Appreciate everyone's contributions. Just keep it up. Keep the energies up. We're making good progress.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Hell yeah.
Gotcha gang.
Cheers.
See y'all tomorrow.